Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Bitcoin right now is teetering just above $10,000. We have lost so much money, unfortunately, in the cryptocurrency space. If you take a look at how far the cryptocurrency total market cap has dipped. But don't despair. We'll take a look at the market as it stands right now, give you guys an overview, and give you guys our take as to why we're not concerned about these recent developments in these last 48 hours or so. Hint, it has to do with having a long-term outlook. Here on CryptoWatch.com, we'll ask the question, is DeFi all show and no substance? A lot of the DeFi bubble that we've seen coming up these last few weeks now seems to have temporarily popped, or at least there's been this retracement. So people are justifiably weighing in and giving their 2 cents. We'll take a look at a couple of different opinions here. Chainlink has endured a spam attack. There's congestion and high fees that people are talking about. We're suggesting here that Coinbase needs to implement a Chainlink price feed, or at least Coinbase Pro, because that's where you're seeing all kinds of issues arise with Link USD pairings. We're going to be discussing Viettel, whose subscribers now enjoy benefits while holding KardiaChain, ticker KAI. And then to round things off, we'll be talking about Quant Network, QNT, as well as Kava Labs and Binance. Guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency, then be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, let's first kick things off with a look at the markets. We're here on CoinGecko.com. Another bloody day, unfortunately. As you can see here, $328 billion is the total market cap. That means we're down about 5% since yesterday. And if you think about it, guys, just a few days ago, we were talking about a market cap in excess of 400 billion, 404, 405. So we've literally seen a decrease of 75 billion in the total market cap, probably somewhere in the range of about 20% of the total value. It's been a bloodbath now for several days in a row, unfortunately. Many projects down, many high-digit percentage points, in some cases down double-digit percentage points in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, as you can see, down 11.7%, now down over $100. It was somewhere in the 480 range, perhaps knocking at the door of $500, now sitting at $346. As you can see, Chainlink now just over $11. That's down 9.8% on the day. Polkadot down significantly, 15.7% to $4.43. So guys, I don't want to be too dramatic here. Tron looked down 20% after its fairly meteoric rise. This is across the board. It's no surprise. We're seeing it for all kinds of different projects. There are really no exceptions at this time. It's been an ugly few days. I don't want to disguise that in any way and try to blow sunshine up your behinds here. For the time being, Bitcoin seems to be holding above $10,000, $10,071 at the time of this recording. We're going to see if that lasts. Look, anything is possible in this space. We've always said that, this is what we're anticipating, but if crypto has taught us anything, is that anything is possible in the crypto space. So if there is a sudden move to the downside, or the upside for that matter, but if there's a sudden move to the downside, if there is a retracement that was kind of unexpected, then we go lower below 10K. Look, honestly, yeah, that will be problematic, but we'll respond to that. We'll give you guys an analysis and our thoughts on the issue. Right now, all we can do is kind of wait and see. But I can tell you for one that I am not deterred. If you'd like a further analysis of the market, specifically the movements here and what one analyst's opinion is, you can check this out on CryptoPotato.com. Bitcoin price defends $10,000 as market cap regains $10 billion. That $10 billion is a little bit outdated now. That's probably been erased for the most part. But again, we're close to that 10K mark of support right now. Frank discussed it in the other day, in a video rather from the other day. He talked about, look, guys, whether Bitcoin goes to $5,000 tomorrow, whether it goes back up to 12K or 15K or 20K or 50 or 75 or 100, we're still in a bull market, right? We're still in the early phases, because if you believe ultimately this is a technology that is going to reshape the world in terms of blockchain adoption, in terms of practical use cases, then it doesn't really matter what the price is. And not financial advice, but if Bitcoin were to go to $1,000 tomorrow, it just means that I'd pick up a whole bunch of them, to be honest with you. Now, that's my personal point of view. I'm a particularly stubborn individual, so I understand if not everybody shares my perspective when it comes to things, but that is how I kind of see it. I'm quasi celebrating the fact that we're in a dip right now. We've covered so many altcoin projects lately, so many promising initiatives, and so many different groups and individuals that we've spoken with that really are presenting some top-notch initiatives here in the crypto and blockchain space. I haven't been able to pick up all of them. I don't have, first of all, enough funds or enough time to be able to get to all of them. So I'm looking at some of the discounts that are available right now. It's Christmas here. It's Christmas in early September. So I'm pretty happy about that. I will be picking up awesome projects on the cheap right now. Again, not financial advice, but this is the mindset that we try to maintain. And remember, you always buy on the dip. You never buy buy at the high. So if you are truly confident in a project, all kinds of projects, we've discussed literally dozens of them lately in recent weeks. If you are truly confident about one of them or two, maybe three in particular, this is when you have to remove your emotions from your investments and you have to make and execute a trade. I won't speak any more on the issue. Again, it's not financial advice, but you can check out this article here. We'll link to it in the description below. Let's now discuss DeFi and whether or not it's all kind of hot air, whether or not it's all a low substance show. We're on hackernoon.com, Crypto Weekly number 6. Is DeFi all show and no substance? I don't think so. I don't think many of you guys do, but there is a certain exuberance that has come along with DeFi. There's an enthusiasm, and so maybe we did see a bit of an inflated valuation placed on certain DeFi initiatives, and that resulted in really a very quick and sudden run-up that has now deflated, unfortunately. So is DeFi the killer app for blockchain, or is it just based on the imperfection of the market? The more interesting question, though, is how long will this growth continue? And it has been a meteoric rise because the total value locked of DeFi recently exceeded the $9 billion mark, and many exchanges have added DeFi tokens to their listings, with the performance of some DeFi cryptos now largely exceeding that of Bitcoin. For example, the price of Yearn Finance crossed the $38,000 mark. But some observers believe that this impressive growth in the sector is akin to that of a financial bubble similar to that of the crypto market in 2017 and 2018. The on-chain data aggregator Dune Analytics is not of that opinion. However, its position is based on the number of active addresses in the sector. And to get a better understanding of the project, this author has asked some experts and founders about real blockchain projects in this field and what they think. They are the following. We're going to highlight a couple of these in particular that had, I thought, some very insightful answers. In response to whether or not DeFi was a low substance, all show, no go bubble, Ivan here, the CEO and co-founder of Crypto Task, had the following response. DeFi is one of the revolutionary features of blockchain, which essentially no one saw coming until this year. Money is made up and printed from nothing, and the be your own bank concept sounds more and more appealing. DeFis are certainly now going through their own kind of bubble. However, when that deflates, some really high quality projects will remain and shake the conventional financial institutions to their foundations. Right now, about $6.5 billion is locked in DeFi projects, which is still a small number compared to the whole crypto market cap of $360 billion. And as you can see, this quote was taken a few days ago, so we've adjusted, we've shifted, but the spirit of it is still intact. So I believe, Ivan continues, there is still a lot of room for growth. However, that will come down at some point when interest rates become close to the real markets, which will drive away some of the speculators. But that's when the sustainable growth begins. And I'd also like to highlight this quote here, courtesy of our friend Chris Marcellek, the CEO of Crypto.com. In response to DeFi, his opinion about it is as follows, quote, while this current growth is unlikely to continue at such a rapid rate and will level out as it matures, I do think it will continue growing at a steady rate for an extended time. The features behind DeFi products, trustless, censorship-resistant, permissionless, open-sourced, are fundamental to the foundation and promises of blockchains and have been North Stars guiding the industry for years, as evidenced by the fast-growing catalog of dApps and serious investor excitement. Like traditional finance, DeFi interest rates fluctuate with demand. When demand is high, so are the interest rates and vice versa. Demand to borrow crypto assets in dApps is extremely high right now, and DeFi projects are aggressively competing for users in a red-hot market, which has led to double-digit interest rates and high yields. Rates will come back down a bit, but likely not to the level of traditional banks, whose high overhead and hefty capital expenditures lead to leaner profit margins and lower risk. Our research into DeFi returns show it is valuable, yet volatile in a way to earn passive income, and investors should beware of investments that don't offer sufficient returns on their level of risk. So just a couple of excerpts, guys, there from this article, a couple of different opinions from real titans in the space. Let us know your thoughts about that and what DeFi is to you. Where do you think it's going to go in the future? Is the future still brighter and bigger than the past? That remains my contention. Obviously, we're coming back down a little bit. We've deflated a little bit. Some of that enthusiasm now was probably running a little too hot, but I'm still optimistic about the future. I'm sure many of you are as well. But hey, feel free to disagree. Voice your opinions in the comments comments below. Let's now discuss Chainlink here on cryptobriefing.com, which has endured a spam attack leading to congestion and high fees. Chainlink was subjected to a spam attack this Sunday, but extraordinary measures allowed the network to overcome the incident. So attackers bombarded Chainlink with data requests last Sunday, and the attack congested the network and imparted high fees on node operators. Manual whitelisting and compensation controlled the damage from the attack. Though many node operators were willing to pay higher fees to support Chainlink's continued operation, it seems that the solution to the spam attack is more complex than Pyant suggests. Other sources have suggested that Chainlink and node operators whitelisted certain data requests in order to handle the large number of requests. This means that only select high-profile applications were able to request data during the attack. And what's kind of curious is that Sunday's spam attack did not really attract much attention. This is, for example, the first time we are discussing it on the channel, and as such, it has not affected market prices too dramatically. Again, Link has gone down, but it's gone down along with everything else. The price of Link fell by 14.4% over the past week compared to Bitcoin's 7.2% drop over the same period. It remains to be seen whether wider publicity around the attack will affect prices more dramatically. But that being said, Link has performed exceptionally well in recent months. You guys know the numbers for the most part. The reasons for Chainlink's above average performance are not entirely clear, but partnerships, applications, and general market activity may all be behind the coin's popularity. So hopefully they continue to move in that direction with more positives than negatives. And this is, I'm sure, something they're going to be able to overcome. However, Coinbase Pro needs to implement Chainlink price feeds, as evidenced by this tweet here. Ackerl of @info parody on Twitter. Coinbase Pro, seriously. 2 days in a row, Link USD pairing is frozen. Launches competing Oracle service. Can't update the price of the Oracle standard on their exchange. So you can see there's some skepticism there, and I think some criticism that is pretty fair. Okay, we're now discussing Viettel, whose subscribers can enjoy benefits from holding KardiaChain, KAI, crypto differ here on Twitter. Viettel Telecom, which is Vietnam's largest telecom service, subscribers to get benefits from holding KAI, also known as KardiaChain. Holding KAI allows Viettel customers to recharge their mobile plan balance and internet data using the new DeFi features from KardiaChain. Here's how it works. This from just yesterday. KAI holders will not only have the seamless experience using KAI as payment, but will also receive a discount based on KAI holding and lock duration. So another organic and very practical real-world partnership there that we are excited about. You guys can read more about that here on medium.com. Viettel subscribers to enjoy benefits from holding KAI. Go back, guys, in the catalog and check out a few videos that we've done on KardiaChain for multiple reasons. We feel that they really are an up-and-comer with a very bright future. As I always like to say, they're on our radar. Perhaps they should be on your radar as well. I'm not here to convince you or twist your arm, but go check out the work that we've done on KardiaChain. We've covered them from a few different directions. Hey, and if you agree, then hey, there you go. Do with that information what you will. Okay, we're now talking QNT. Luke here at CryptoQuant on Twitter. Summary image of some of Quant Network's partners. Thank you to Jimmy for making these graphics. So dope. Excited for the future and the ecosystem of ecosystems. It's time to grow exponentially. QNT. So here you have the Quant Network partners highlight, and this is only really part one. As you can see here, we're not going to go through all of this, but some of the big names mentioned are Oracle, SIA, Inapta. I'm not too familiar with that one, so I don't know. Maybe that's INATBA. You guys can correct me in the comments below. Alliance Block, and finally Simba. So some very big names there that are likely going to help Quant Network continue to grow, continue to develop, of course. If you guys are looking for a deep dive analysis of the project in its totality, take a look at this video from back on the 8th of July of this year, so a couple of months ago now. Why Quant Network will be massive. QNT price prediction and overledger explained. I suppose that's more than a couple months ago. June 8th was already 3 months ago. June, July, August, September. That's crazy. Well, either way, 3 months ago, we did a deep dive highlight of all that we're looking forward to in terms of Quant Network, why we're excited about it, why they're on our radar. So we'll link to this in the description below. It's a bit of a longer piece, half an hour, but well worth your time if you started doing your research and your due diligence on this project, which we are very excited about. And finally, guys, just want to mention this news with regards to Kava Labs and Binance at Kava_labs on Twitter. Make sure you're following. It's been a highly productive Kava development cycle. Checking off the following boxes: Binance direct integration with Kava, offering the highest yields to 100,000 plus users, and launch of a Kava 4 gateway testnet, which is one step away from delivering scalable DeFi to Bitcoin and to others. Great news, great initiatives, and great progress on that roadmap that they've promised. Take a look at more information on these topics and more. Check out this piece on medium.com. Kava Labs development update for the 3rd of September 2020. That about wraps it up for today, everybody. Hey, do be sure you are following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications, guys, if you've enjoyed today's video. Don't be too bummed out at those prices. Again, my outlook, when we may not share it necessarily, but my outlook, my perspective is just that we're able to now pick up our favorite project. There's so many promising ones out there, promising teams that are working on some great stuff, and all of their work is now discounted, deeply discounted in some cases. So if you still believe in it, what has ultimately changed at the end of the day? Again, not financial advice, but just my opinion on the matter. Stay safe out there, everyone. Have a great start to your weekend. And as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.